Hi, I'm Marquis,
And this is your one and only favorite Taylor.
and welcome to the You Stuck With Me podcast.
You stuck with me.
In this podcast, you get to learn about our relationship, the ins and outs, and everything that happens in between.
Basically went through the sickness and the health and almost death do us part before we said I do.
And she's stuck with me, I'm stuck with her, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
And now y'all stuck with us.
Episode starts right now. It's so good.
Loving somebody and somebody loves you back. And that's a fact. It's so good needing somebody when somebody loves you back.
Said now 70-30, now 60-40. I'm talking about a 50-50 love. Yeah. So good. Loving somebody and somebody loves you back.
Okay, Teddy P.
Yes, Harold Melvin.
You tried it. Never. Even though that is a legend, but I'm not Harold Melvin.
Okay. Yes, Harold.
I'm going to hit you. I got strength in my arm now. I could do it.
About time.
Face to fist right now.
Yo, it's your boy Marquis.
And this is your one and only your favorite Taylor.
And welcome back to the You Stuck With Me podcast.
You stuck with me.
Beautiful, how you feeling today?
You gonna hurt my damn feelings. That's how I'm feeling.
I'm sorry, Harold. You know, I'm calling you a legend, so.
Can you give me the right gender though?
Helga? That's a legendary cartoon, too.
You go do this episode by yourself in a minute.
So what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Marquis.
And this is your one and only your favorite Taylor.
And welcome back to our newest episode of the You Stuck With Me podcast.
You stuck with me.
But before we get deep into the podcast, make sure you hit that follow button, that subscribe button. So if you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, the app formerly known as Twitter, and Facebook, make sure you rate, review, subscribe, and share. If you're on Apple Podcasts and if you're on Spotify, make sure that you hit that follow button too.
Everything that he said, even though he's not my friend right now. Go ahead.
So in this episode, we're talking about something very, very important. We're talking about being able to support your spouse, and we're not talking about in a monetary way.
You caught me off guard with the not monetary, but also mentally, physically,
Spiritually.
and all the above.
Because it's more than one way to support your spouse. And for us, we like to take pride in supporting each other because we should be, and this is me speaking, hopefully my wife agrees, you should be your biggest cheerleader, your spouse's biggest cheerleader.
I don't know, because I don't like you right now.
See, can you help me out here?
And emotionally, you gotta support each other emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, emotionally. So I'm gonna say this right now because I can be a big man about it. I'm sorry, babe, for hurting your feelings.
I don't accept your apology.
Okay.
I'm just playing, y'all. I just love giving Marquis a hard time to make him feel bad.
But
He always trolling me.
But you know what? That's one of the things that we learn to do with each other. We troll each other, and if somebody goes a little bit too far, we're quick to apologize and show them that we're being supportive of them emotionally.
Yeah, even though he called me Helga, even though he called me Helga Pataki, which makes him Harold because, they were bullies together.
Yeah.
Eh.
No, but I'm gonna give you guys a quick story about the way that I've been supportive of my beautiful wife. So for the past 6 weeks, she's been doing a DJ course where it's been teaching her how to be a DJ. Now during this time, she's been through a lot, dealing with the blood clots and the difficulties being able to scratch because of her wrist. And during there were times where she would say that she just wanted to quit, and I would tell her, no, babe, you have been through too much to quit. I mean, this is your dream, and if you quit on your dream now, it's going to make you have to start all over, and you've gone too far to turn back now.
I got another one. I got another example. Have you been supportive of me? The health issues.
Okay, you want to dive into it some more?
Yeah, I could dive into it. It's just it's been a long couple months. I really we're gonna say I've been dealing with this since August, right? And but I, say it again for the people in the back. Man, it's been going on since August. I've been through a lot of chain of emotions. I've been through happy, I've been through anxious, I've been through sad, I've been through having the moments of I call it my unpretty moments.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all know the TLC song Unpretty, then you know I've been through like a whole chain of emotions. You would have thought that I was menopausal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but how you've been supporting me is, you know, you just be like, hey, what do you need? And those times where I felt uncertain about myself, uh, you just be like, listen to your body. You know, give me like those little encouraging words, like, hey, it's okay. You're being heard. I hear you. Don't nobody else hear you. I hear you. And that I say that's been more emotional support.
And I think the only thing that may be more important than the emotional would be the mental, just because the whatever you were going through or what you were thinking that time. Because sometimes the what comes from the mind, the mental follows is followed by the emotional
Mm-hmm.
usually. So I wanted to make sure that while you were going through this emotionally, I also wanted to make sure that mentally you were fine, or as at least at the best that you could be, given in the space that we were in.
Because let me tell you, that took a mental toll.
I believe it. I can
I'm just now getting a space where I can like I feel
like yourself again.
starting to feel like myself again, like I'm relaxed.
That's good. That's good because when your spouse is in need of emotional support or any type of support, as as the significant other, it's up to you to be able to provide that as much as possible. Now, we're not saying that you got to sit there and try to figure out every single solitary thing, because depending on the situation, that's just not going to happen. But to be the biggest support for your spouse is one of the things that, and I've read this before. The more supportive a spouse is, the harder it is, or the less likely it is for that couples to break up. And I found that information very valuable.
I think I think that's an interesting take because a lot of stuff out here that we hear that could break up couples, like either lack of support, monetarily, physical support. You always hear examples of like one spouse not making time for the other, financial stuff. So I think that's pretty interesting. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, and I also read, speaking of finance part, that couples who spend time talking about money together are less likely to break up over money.
Really,
Yeah.
because finances is like one of the hardest topics couples have with each other.
Yeah, and as we were told when we were getting married, when we were doing premarital counseling, people find their money situations or talking about money situations kind of embarrassing, depending on what it looks like for them.
Baby, I wasn't embarrassed to talk about you because I told you straight up, I ain't got jack squat. I don't. I'm the type. I told Marquis straight up, I ain't got jack squat. Now I'm the type of woman who could be resourceful.
I
Like I
agree.
could find the funds when we really need it. You know, I'll through the help of God, I come up something quick.
hmm
But I'm resourceful.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with being
I'm
resourceful.
resourceful. I'll say that about myself. I don't give myself credit a lot, but I'm resourceful.
And you know what? I think that the fact that we are able to have open communication about how each other are feeling, depending on what it is, like mental, emotional, those type of things. I think that because we're able to have that type of conversations and the comfortability that we have with those conversations, it's easy to flow through, and it's very rare that we will have a disagreement or one of the other feels like the other isn't getting it, especially given the things that we've been through, not only through marriage, but while we were dating as
I
well.
mean, we've had those moments though.
We have. I'm not gonna say that we don't.
Yeah. I don't want to paint that picture that we haven't, but we have.
hmm
Um
And sometimes, and one thing I've realized, and this is just from my point of view, even even if you try to explain something to your spouse, it's not guaranteed that they're always going to get it, and you got to be perfectly fine with that because there's certain things that you may have gone through that I haven't gone through, and because I haven't gone through it, I can't relate, but I could do my best to be your biggest support system.
Hmm, that's it. That's part of it half of the time. The other half is no offense to y'all guys. I love y'all, but men, y'all. The best example of I've heard is men process things different than women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the best example was that women, we can have multiple tabs up. Think of it as a computer. We have multiple tabs up in our brain and we can just swivel back and forth. Men sometimes, I'm not gonna generalize all men. Men sometimes y'all can only have one tab up and close that and then go to the next one.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that make men different from women, and we have to learn each other's language, if it makes any sense. Could be because it's our relationship. We're gonna know some things in between us, and so we gotta understand or learn to try to learn how to understand and to communicate with our significant others.
The word I think I don't think it's language. I think it's like mechanics or
I know what word you're trying to say. It's on the tip of my tongue too.
it's not mechanics.
But for the sake of word, like our isms,
Yeah, isms.
and that's not,
Ooh,
and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how that's how you learn each other when you're in a relationship.
as Steve pulls up something between the left and right brain, because my left and right brain was pulling a fuzz, trying to think of these words. What
I
you
was
got up here, Steve?
Hi,
so
Steve.
hey, how y'all doing? I was thinking like men are probably more. I don't remember which one is which, but I know left brain or one of them is more abstract and one of them is more concrete. And I was gonna say like men may be more on the concrete side while women are more on the abstract side in terms of like they can sort of move around. They can be more fluid when it comes to their thought process, while men are like, nah, we doing this like right now,
Mm-hmm.
and now we doing that, but not at the same time.
So basically, what you're saying, this is how I took it, is like men tend to have tunnel vision.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, tunnel vision. Like obviously there's exceptions to that. It's not like the rule, but if it was a rule, there'd be exceptions to it. Because I think like that too. It's like I don't want to like, especially when it comes to like a conversation with like a partner or something like that. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I want to solve the problem that's in front of me. I don't want to solve the problem from 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah.
even though both of them are probably going on in the woman's head, it's like I don't want to deal with the thing from 2 weeks ago. I want to talk about the dishes I didn't wash. I know I should have washed them, and I could apologize for that. But you want me to apologize for the thing I did 2 weeks ago? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's just like a mindset difference. So you got to be understanding of that. So I'm happy that Taylor brought that up.
Yeah. And then also with that, I mean, speaking for me, because I know I'm like that sometimes. Like Marquise would apologize. Let's use the dishes conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So Marquise might apologize for not washing the dishes at that moment, right? But to me, it's a pattern. I might be still mad because she didn't wash the dishes the last week, but the way I would see it is, okay, this been a continuous pattern, bro. Like you've been doing this for 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and you just apologizing for right now. Like, no, you need to acknowledge the behavior that's going on here. The behavior is unacceptable.
And I'm glad you said that because this would be something that, as a guy, possibly just granted the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be something that we may not be initially paying attention to, but because you see it, you'll bring it up to us, and that's part of the different ways that women think versus men. Because like Steve brought up, men are more concrete, women are more abstract, and there's nothing wrong with that because when you put two together and you make a beautiful couple, there's nothing that you can't talk to your spouse about.
So to bring it back to what the original topic is about, support. We are we in agreement that learning different communication styles, because that's what it sounds like, different communication styles, and understanding how your partner or your spouse process things or problem solve in that matter, or yeah, it's a mixture of problem solving, conflict resolution, and all the other things we just talked about. And open communication. Do you guys think that is a form of support?
I say so because when you learn your partner, you learn how to say what to say and how to say to get them to understand what you're trying to tell them, and that could give them the boost that they need and the boost that you're trying to give them. It's kind of like when we were learning the five love languages.
Hey, five love languages. Ha ha ha.
So it's kind of like how we learning the five love languages. If touch is your primary language, love language, why would I try to do everything like words of affirmation, and that's not the way you receive love? You see what I'm saying? So if
Mm-hmm.
I learn how to support you, the best way to support you, I'm going to do everything I can to support you in a way that you feel like you're supported. Just like in a way that you want to feel love a certain way, I have to learn how to love you in that certain way that you'll get it so you can feel love.
Mm, I received that. Um. Also, with you saying that, I was just thinking too. I know we talking about supporting your spouse in a relationship, but I think we also need to touch on friendships as well, because
Hmm.
there's love languages for friendships,
I agree.
right? Now, and what we saying, I think it goes in hand in hand with that. You need to have an understanding on how your friend reciprocates. Receives what. Well, first, let me backtrack a little bit.
Receive support.
No, my left and right brain is scrambled right now, as you can see. No, about what makes them feel valued in a friendship.
Okay.
Like, what is it? What is it? What does it look like to them to be a friend?
Hmm.
Right, and then that's when we go a little bit dig a little bit deeper to see what type of friend that you have.
Hmm.
So I think knowing love language regarding friendship, like what is it? What is it that your friend values? What First of all, ask yourself what class in your mind, what classifies them as your friend?
And I think what you're trying to say, and I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit. How can you be the friend that your friend needs? You know what I'm saying? Just like how you want to be supported. How do you be the friend that your friend needs? Do they need someone who's always down to hang out? Are they the ones who uh they tell you don't paint me a pretty picture, just tell me the ugly lie. Tell them the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's cool to say that you're friends, yeah, but how do you guys both benefit from that relationship, and that you giving each other the one thing or a couple of things, whatever it may be, that each other needs.
Mm.
And with the five love languages, I think that there are different branches when it comes to friendship,
Mm-hmm.
because friendship and relationship, like spousal relationship, those are two different things, but they in some ways or another kind of copy off each other. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
So that brings me to a question. Hey, Steve, I have a question for you.
Hey,
Now, while we talking about friend relationships, what is something? Well, first of all, what is a friend to you? Like, what is it that you look for in a friend that you want them to best support you? Or like, are you more of like, I need you that friend that wants somebody to reciprocate the support that you give to them, or is it more of you want somebody to give you the ugly truth, for lack of better words? Like, what is it that you look for in a friend?
I think it all boils down to attention. Like, how much attention are they willing to give me? Not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily like, oh, I need you to look at me all the time, but like, how much attention are you willing to give when I speak to you, right? Like, if I
Mm-hmm.
give you advice that you asked for, are you going to take the advice? Or, for example, like, are you going to hang out with me? That's attention. Like, what are we going to do? If we're together, are you paying attention, when I talk, or are we paying attention to each other? And then, like, how much do I want their attention?
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's involved with it too. I think it's the same thing with a relationship, like a romantic relationship, but it's just maybe to a lesser degree. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
you like, y'all are married, so it's like I'm sure that y'all crave each other's attention. My friend Christian is here today. I mean, I don't necessarily crave his attention, but I like when he's able to give me his attention. And vice versa. I like being able to take, like, pay attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So if I feel comfortable paying attention to somebody and I want them to pay attention to me, then I would say that we're friends.
Okay, so it's a give and take relationship.
Yeah, because it's like you have parasocial relationships where it's like I want them to pay attention to me, but I don't want to pay attention to them. Like an influencer, for example. But I think it's mutual when you're a friend or a romantic partner. Basically, that's how I would describe it. When it comes down to like support, I think that still boils down to attention. Like, are you gonna support me? Are you gonna pay attention to my needs? Like, I need help. Are you gonna help me? It's still like, are you paying attention to me in the way that a friend would? So that's how I would put it.
I think that's a good way to put it.
I think
That's a
so
good way
too.
to put it.
And then he also touched on some things too. It's more of like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Steve. So it sounds like it's a mixture of some emotional, and then also the attention. I kind of took it as too as quality time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that would definitely fall under
yeah, quality time, but not quality
I
time.
don't need my friends to physically touch me.
Yeah, I was gonna say not like
You know what
physically
I'm
touch.
But you know, just being in the same space and y'all just doing something together, like going bowling or going to a movie,
And
or
then
just kicking at the crib.
actually being engaged, because
Yes.
he said attention, so I'm thinking like, okay, spending time with him, but actually being engaged. Like, you're not, because you could easily go bowling with somebody and they be on their
They
phone
on their phone the
the whole time.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
To be at bowling of all things, to be on your phone, that would make me angry.
That's diabolical work.
I can see why. Like the only way I would excuse that is somebody that y'all both know, and they include you
But
on
then
that.
that person could have showed the hell up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. I'm sorry.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but you know, if it's somebody that y'all both know and y'all just like kicking in, and they're like, "Oh, how is it going?"
That
at the
mutual
bowling alley?"
friend could have showed up.
Oh, you mean like they texting someone that we both know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they can get like a, hey, we're doing good, and that's it. But like to be on your phone the whole time would be different. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
like you roll the ball, you got your phone in your hand. That would be crazy.
Nasty work, man. Nasty work.
But you know, when you sit there and think about it in its totality, I think that, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong or you feel differently about it, but when it comes down to support, the first thing that would say that is underlying under support is the value. And I say that because when you value
me.
someone, you're fine. When you value someone, especially in a romantic relationship, you're going to support them as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And that support comes in different variations. Sometimes it's not the support you want, but it's the support you may need.
I mean, if you don't value somebody, you wouldn't support them.
And that's why I
Yeah.
said that value comes before the support.
I agree with that. And then, but also too, it's, to me, it's kind of like in between, right? Because you said it may not be the support that you want, but it could be the support that you need, that they need. But what I guess what I'm trying to say is your support for a person may be a different view than how they see it. Like, for example, you may think that the best support that I need is that straight edge, straight talk, no chaser type of motivation. When really, I might think that's effective to me is you give me this emotional support, like rub my shoulder and tell me, oh, everything is okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with that, but I'm always thinking the other end of it.
Okay, then let me tailor it. No pun intended. Let me tailor it to what I was trying to say. So basically, you give them the support that they, not necessarily the support that they want, but the support that they need, that they will receive. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm telling you, if your if your language is like the acts of service,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, you mean my love language, so
no, I'm just using an example.
I'm just saying you could use one of my actual love languages to help you out.
Okay, so let's say that something happened and you feel like you're very angry, and I just come over and I don't give you just a rub, I give you a massage because I know you like, touch. And that's something that's one of your love language, your primary love languages. And it helps you relax and I'm gonna say de-stress is not really a word, but it breaks
Decompress.
decompress. Thank you. Helps you decompress. That's a way that you can be supportive to. So I can be supportive to you in a way that you'll understand, in a way that you'll receive.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
I'm just trying to choose my words.
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm not one to judge. My left and my right brain, they've been on a different wavelength right now. But before we end it, I did want to answer the question you posed in the beginning of the episode.
Hmm.
Well, it wasn't a question. You started off saying that how you been supportive of me. I wanted to ask you because I can easily tell you how I think I've been supporting you, but I wanted to know your point of view before I chimed in. How do you think I've been a supporter of you lately?
Well, for starters, if y'all can't already tell, I'm trying to get over a cold. So my beautiful wife, she's been taking care of me, making sure that I've been drinking hot tea, making sure I've been taking cough medicine, make sure I have cough drops in my pocket, and I do. And I say that that's the support that I need because sometimes I'm just not feeling it. Sometimes I don't feel well at all, and I just want to sit there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give a real example. Last night I told her before we went to sleep, I said, "Babe, I need my wife," and she said, "What can I do? Are you okay?" I said, "I just feel really tired, and when we go to bed, can you just rub my head, the top of my head, not the other head, the top of my head, to make sure it helped me go to sleep." And she did that. And she did that, and I'm not gonna lie, I slept like a baby. I was out of there. And that was the way that you've been supportive of me, the most recent one I can think of, and it helps me now because I was able to get such really good sleep. I don't feel tired. I just feel relaxed, and just to let you know, I'm grateful for that and thank you.
You're welcome, cause I feel like I ain't did shit.
And you always
I
say,
feel like I ain't did shit.
but
I
here's the
mean,
but here's the thing though. Just sometimes like you said, sometimes it doesn't take the largest thing; it takes the
man,
smallest thing.
I'm just being honest, cause
Well, I'm gonna say this: what may be little to you may be big to someone else.
it ain't like I'm not saying I did little. I'm like I don't know. I don't think I did anything. I tried. So I rubbed your head, this head. Uh, I did it, but I couldn't do it for a long period of time because I started feeling discomfort in my arm.
But you know what? I received that, and the only thing I would say is that you did it long enough just for me to go to sleep, and then
See, it seemed like it was a short period of time. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't good for nothing right now. I can't even move my arm right now. You know.
I'm a back Marquis up on this one because it's usually like the little small things that are meaningful to a man. Like in that moment, you like back to the concrete versus abstract thing. Like in that moment, you were rubbing his head, and that gave him peace because you were willing to do it. There's plenty of females out here that would be like, "I'm not. Why the hell would I do that?" And it's like,
yeah.
but y'all got that relationship where you would actually do it, even if your arm hurt. It's like that probably added a little bit to it too. And I think that the way men see their women is different than the way women see their men. Not to say that it's like a negative or a bad thing on either side, but it's like
Mm.
you could just sit there and look pretty and you did something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you did it. That's it. Like maybe he walk in the room and he not feeling a little sick, but he like, oh damn, and then that's enough. See, Marquis, he agree. He know how it is.
Okay, it took Steve to explain it that way. I kind of see what you be talking about now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it just makes your day sometimes. Like
Yes.
having just thinking about the fact like I'm not a big comparison guy, but like I just said, it's like a lot of women wouldn't do things that I'm sure you do, Taylor. Like, cause you're a good woman. So it's like
Oh, thank you.
knowing that you have a good woman and she's staying with you, even though you may be bogus sometimes. I'm not saying you bogus, but I'm saying this is about me. I'm talking about me. But like knowing you got a good woman, like, cause all men are kind of bogus in a way, like sometimes, like, but you got a woman that's down for you, and that just feels good. And you get like, and then it's like, it adds on to it, when you do something, but you really don't got to do nothing, technically. If you're a good woman, that's enough because we feel lucky anyway.
Yeah. Because Lord knows.
Lord knows.
And I'm going to leave it at that.
Ah, well, I'm glad you put in that perspective because Marquise has told me that a few times, but I guess it didn't click, right? But I guess again that goes back to what I was saying before, how when we have these multiple tabs in our head and y'all can maneuver on one tab. So I guess with that, with me having that mindset, and plus I'm a hard critic on myself. I admit I
I
be
think we all
hard.
are to a degree.
I'm hard on myself, like on a lot of stuff. So just me thinking like, damn, I ain't really did nothing. I don't even know if this lasted 5 minutes. This hair rub lasted 5 minutes. So it's like, I don't know.
But you just gave me an idea for another podcast episode.
Say that off the air.
I mean, we can discuss it on the air, something light.
Off the air, fine.
So, the idea I have for a future podcast episode is you can receive one thing from one person and not take it, but if you get it from somebody else, then you understand.
Oh, that's just a perspective thing.
Yeah, we can talk about that on a
Yeah.
future episode.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, are y'all a chicken noodle soup family? Are you getting any? Taylor, you got a chicken noodle soup recipe you hiding?
Chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup.
I
With
didn't
a
mean
soda
to,
on
I
the
didn't mean to just
side.
put some work on your table. My
No, it's fine. I have a recipe. I just haven't made it in a while.
bad. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
think we talked about this before.
Yeah, I think we have.
Because I was sick. Yeah, I was sick.
Yeah.
You had brought it up.
That and a vegetable soup recipe. But I ain't gonna tell y'all on air because I don't want nobody stealing well, I know I guess I could put in a book. That could be one of my secrets on how I got Marquis.
It was the soup, huh?
No, it wasn't the
It
soup.
wasn't the
It
soup,
was
it was
my
some-
cooking.
It was your cooking. It was something else too.
Oh Lord, this is still a family show.
Look, we married. I'm being honest.
It's a family show.
Right, and part of family is you got to produce a family.
Oh my gosh. How
Mhm.
did we get here?
See, what had happened was, no, but seriously, y'all, being the support of your spouse or your significant other, depending on the type of relationship you have, very valuable and very underrated.
Yeah. And as we learned, support can come in different forms.
Amen.
And as long as your significant other, your friend, whoever is close to you is happy, that's all that should matter.
I think that's the theme of the entire episode. As long as your significant other's happy with the support you're giving them, nothing else matters.
Well, I'm glad you happy with the support I give you, because baby, I felt like I ain't did not a damn squat.
And you did just
but
enough.
sit here
You did just enough.
with my little broke arm.
Got the scary movie. The scary movie.
Look, y'all don't understand.
Grab my hand.
Y'all don't understand how happy I can do this now, and
She has-
it don't hurt.
She has full rotation back
I
in
have
her
full
arm.
rotation. Yeah, see, I can do that, and I also could do that.
Family show. No.
So much for that.
But yeah,
But before you want to tell the people where they can find us,
you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and you can hear us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere that you stream your favorite shows. Bae, you want to drop the handles on how they can reach out to us?
yes, you can also reach out to us on Instagram. We're on Instagram at You Stuck With Me Podcast underscore podcast. I'm sorry. So that's USTUCKWITME _ Once again, that is You Stuck With Me _podcast, USTUCKWITME _podcast. The same for the rest of our social media accounts, Facebook, the app formerly known as Twitter, TikTok. And if you want to email us personally and leave a message, we'll read it for you on the air. Just type in You Stuck With Me at gmail.com. That is USTUCKWITME at gmail.com. Before you want to tell people about our personal handles or your personal handle?
Well, before I do that, I need y'all to write in to this email, okay? Because we wanna interact more with y'all. And plus, we always get questions on advice, always on the street. So I think it's time that we should make an advice episode.
I agree.
Listener letter episode, that's what I was looking for. So we need y'all to, send us emails, ask us questions, or if you just want to say, hey, you're doing a good job or you're not doing a good job, we'll take that too.
we'll take the positive and the negative criticism.
Now, you might tell us we ain't doing a good job. I'd be like, excuse you. We must be doing something because you're still listening. But no. But yeah, so make sure y'all write in to us. Personal handles, you can find me on IG and the app formerly known as Twitter under Queen Points. That's PO1NTZ. Again, that is Queen Points, PO1NTZ. And for more behind the scenes, more behind the scenes footage of how Marquis put me out of the house without me having his wallet, so I ain't had no money to go shopping with, or also how I tell Steve all the stuff that Marquis be doing to me, torturing me low key sometimes before we get here. And as they always say, my record breaking yawns. You can follow me on TikTok. That is Queen Points 22. Again, that is Queen Points 22.
And you can find me on the app formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Well, for Instagram and the app formerly known as Twitter, TikTok, mine_1. That is M1NE_1. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate, review, subscribe, and share.
Steve, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at SteveIsBlack and the company at Roots Recordings.
Oh, and before we go, I got something to share with everyone.
What's that, beautiful?
I'm graduating.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Now, our cousins probably like, what the hell she graduating from? You in school? No, I ain't doing school no more because the way these student loans are and the way this economy is, we ain't doing that. Yeah. But no, I am, by the time this episode comes out, I would have graduated from DJ classes. Thank you. So, you know what that means. More karaoke songs. And y'all stay on the lookout because I am going to put out a new playlist. Y'all should see Marquis' face right now. Look at him. So yeah, be on the lookout for that live stream of my mix, of my graduation mix.
Okay. I can't wait to hear myself because I know I get to hear first.
I mean, you're gonna be there.
So this is your boy Marquis.
This is your one and only your favorite Taylor.
And this is Steve.
And we out, y'all.
Hey, come back.
You stuck with us.
You stuck with me.
Peace out, y'all.
Later.